Hi all, Redden here. Congrats, we've made it through week 1, we're into week 2, and we're doing great. We're seeing our kids getting involved, and we're keeping everyone together and knowing that we're all still here for them, which I'm sure no matter what we're putting on our classrooms, that is the greatest effect that we are giving. Making sure that we all know, hey, we're still here. So with that, hey, I'm still here. I just wanted to put on another tutorial today to maybe streamline some assignments since we are still going through with this and adding new levels every day. So today I just wanted to do a quick tutorial about using Google Forms. I really like using them for my assignments mainly because, as mentioned, it is a nice way to streamline some assignments, particularly if you're working with multiple choice. It's super helpful. As a writing teacher, I don't have as much multiple choice going on, but I do like how I can easily go back and forth between students, how I can see all of their responses. So I just wanted to show you a nice way through that. So we're going to go in through our particular classroom, Red and Google Time. And if you want to go straight through the classwork, you can. Just like we've made other ones, when you go in to create an assignment, you give it a title. Hey, Google Forms. You give your instructions. Do this. And then when you go to create, if you're, oh, sorry, that's my dog snoring. If you go to create, you can drop down to a form here. This works just like we've done before with creating assignments for students. So this is what you'll see first, your untitled form, and it just gives you some basic options in the beginning. And that's really all I use. I can get a lot of really worthwhile content just from this basic view. So we're going to say that this is our Google Dorm, Google Form, party. And then that will update itself right there. You can obviously give some instructions here. I normally post my instructions on the classroom and then give just a short blurb about what they're supposed to be doing within this form here so that they don't feel overwhelmed with content. But at this point, you can then start adding your questions. They have one loaded up already. My suggestion first, so that you can easily identify students and their answers, because this took me a little bit to get used to. I start first with asking for their email address. Something will pop up underneath a suggestion, enable email collection setting. Just go ahead and click that. Now this happens in the form itself. You'll be able to find students from their email addresses, because I have seen there's a lot of students, even if you put in for them to put their names, they don't put their names, or they accidentally put the answer there for another question. So this is a trustworthy way because they're coming in from their student email addresses anyway. Next, I do like to put your name as the first question. It already auto-populates just from the content that they've already have in here to know that this question probably needs a short answer response. So a short answer block will be located here so the kids can type it in. At this point, I am also deciding that all of my questions are required, unless in the instructions it's not, just so they know to keep answering. So there's my first question. Afterwards, these buttons on the side continue to be your friend. The first one is to add a new question. You can import questions from other places. I haven't gotten that intense yet, mainly because I don't have multiple choice questions. Most of mine are short answer, so this would probably happen a little bit easier if you already had some loaded in answers. You can add titles and descriptions to each area if you really want to get intense and make this a thorough form. Pictures are fun, videos as well, and adding sections. So I'm going to go ahead and add another question, and let's make this a multiple choice question. What day is it? Okay, so this is even fun. Going in this multiple choice question, the Google form already has a field for this, and it tells you that you can pick the date. However, I want the kids to choose from a multiple choice. So they can either keep this section here, and then a calendar will pop up for them. But I think I want it in just multiple choice form, because now I can go in and create my options. Option 1, today's Monday. Going in for option 2, Hi guys, Tuesday. Option 3. Let's just make it 3-day choice. Perfect. You can even then go as savvy and add pictures to each of these answers to make it really creative. That's great. I'm going to continue to require it and then move on. Now let's have what's probably going to be a longer answer. So describe your perfect day. It already auto-populates from the knowledge and the magic that Google has that a paragraph would be needed. But you can also limit it to something that's just short answer. If it's going to be one sentence, I would keep it at paragraph form. If it's another multiple choice question, you can choose from check boxes so that they can choose multiple things. If it's pick all that are correct, check boxes work well. If you want to have them choose from a drop-down list, just another form of multiple choice, you can do that right here. There's also scales that you can provide, so let's go into one like that. Okay. On a scale from 1 to 5, how was your day? Oh, and look, it already knows that you would like a linear scale. So we'll make 1 less than awesome, and 5 totally awesome. So now we're going to have a linear scale. Let's make sure I'm going to require it. Oh, did I require a day? Yes, I did. So here, we'll stop at this point for these questions. It's already taking email addresses so you can identify that student. You'll get their name because I really like them to just identify themselves and get used to that. Similar to writing your name at the top of the paper, we know we're always fighting for it. We have a multiple choice question, a long answer text, as well as a linear scale. So say this is all that you needed in your homework. Fantastic. Now you'd like to see what that looks like. You go up here to that I for preview. I see him. And then this is what's going to pop up to them. This Google Form Party, learning to use Google Forms. It will let them know their email address will be in here, that it's being recorded. Keeping any liability set there. But you can see how everything came out. Your name, they'll type it in. What day is it? Monday. Describe your perfect day. I'm not even going to get in there. And on a scale from 10, how was your day? Totally awesome. And then they will hit the submit button. This is the response that they will get. They can respond another time, but it will ask the same exact questions. You want to get super fancy and make it look pretty. I'm going to customize the theme. You can simply go and change the thematic colors, the background colors. You can change your font style if you want to get real cute. You can go ahead and upload some images, a lot that they've already provided, which is great. You can upload your own or go to your photos. This is about a good day, so let's just do this like lunar fun. Why not? Here we go. Perfect. It will change that photo, and even if you upload your own photo, it will adjust theme colors that go nicely with that photo, which I really like. So if you get out of that, you can also, again, preview just those slight differences. You can see I changed my font. Things are showing up a little bit differently, and it's ready to go. So back on that classwork, it has been created here just like you did with that assignment. It will show up. You can choose the classes that you want it to be in. I'm keeping it in this one. Give it that point value. Have a due date. Let's make this one due on Wednesday. Check your rubric if you need it. We don't need that currently, so I'm not going to worry about it. And then I'm going to assign it. So I just want you to see what that looks like after the fact. So we have, our Hey Google Forms. Look, up, and it came up, Google Form Party, exactly as is. When they click on it, it will pop them through, which I really like. From that, I wanted you guys to see some responses. So I did pull up one that I've had in class. I'm still seeing it from this side, but again, you can see what it looked like when they received it. We have some otters here, which is what our article was on. asking for the names. And then mine were all short answer questions. If they needed to draw something, they send the photo to me. But when we go back, I just want to go through a couple of things. You can see I had 52 students respond, so we're getting a decent amount of response in here. When you go to responses, yes, we'll have some email addresses, I know. You can see the questions themselves and how many people responded and their names. And then individual responses is what I like here because you can now choose your students. I was going to flip through this really fast because they're seeing some names there. Hi. And then you can go and see all of their individual responses. What you'll also want to note, and I'll go back to the summary, is that you can turn this into a Google Sheet, which again works a little bit better for those that have some multiple choice questions because it's a lot for me to read through here. But it can be a lot of easy data to then put wherever you need to check that students are just being here with us. I find it really helpful in the classrooms. The kids like it. It's something different. And it's not just filling out a worksheet. It's the same exact process, but even that slight shift in the way it looks just makes all the difference. So I just want you to know I'm still here for you. We're all in this together. And I'm so glad to see that the kids are still with it and still looking for more content. So let's keep sharing it.